Do you hear that?
Julie's voice cracked over the comms, trembling.
It's calling us.
It started with a sound, a low, mournful hum that drifted up from the abyss, vibrating through the walls of the Marine Research Station. At first, they thought it was just seismic activity, but then the patterns emerged. Rhythms, melodies, words almost. When the dive team descended into the uncharted depths, they found the source. A sprawling sunken city, its towers clawing upward like skeletal fingers. The water here was thick, almost oily, and colder than anything they'd experienced. The city was populated, not by the living, but by statues. Hundreds of them. They weren't weathered by time, as they should have been. No, these were pristine. Too perfect. A mother cradling her baby, her face frozen in serene joy. A sailor mid-laugh, his features almost lifelike. And their eyes seemed to follow the divers.
It's like they're watching us,
muttered Carlos, gripping his flashlight tighter. The beam wavered, cutting through the murk. Then came the whispers, soft at first, like a current brushing past their ears. But soon, they grew distinct. Voices, hundreds of them, murmuring in unison.
You found us,
they said.
Stay with us, forever.
Julie gasped, her breathing sharp and panicked over the comms.
I can hear them.
They're promising
eternal life.
Carlos turned to her, his eyes wide behind his mask.
Don't listen to them,
he shouted, but his voice barely carried through the water. The statues began to shift, slowly, imperceptibly, but enough to make their new positions clear. Their faces, once serene, twisted into hollow, silent screams. Their arms reached out, their fingers curling as though grasping for the divers.
We only ask for a small sacrifice,
the voices cooed, dripping with honeyed malice. Julie let out a choked sob. Her flashlight clattered to the seabed, its beam casting jagged shadows across the ancient city. Moments later, only the hum remained. The dive team never resurfaced. Weeks later, another expedition was sent. They found no trace of the divers, only new statues in the city below, each one disturbingly familiar. The whispers have grown louder since then.